This is Gary Butterfield.
This is Cole Ross.
This is Monster, my podcast.
And this is a salamander.
There's a monster in my podcast.
This thing is neat.
I like this. I saw, ooh, it's a salamander. And I was like, bummer. It's just going to be a fire lizard or something. But then I saw no accepted taxonomy. And I was like,
Yeah, oh, baby. Music to my ears. And it's in the world of Shadowrun, like this kind of thing is fairly common. Like what they think this is like a free roaming elemental.
Right.
Elementals are a real thing in Shadowrun. Like you summon them and they go and wreck shop.
Mm-hmm.
This is like, what if they were tiny and cute?
Mm-hmm.
Like if you look at this and they were just around, you didn't have to summon them. Like if you look at this in the astral plane, it's a tiny little lizard that's all glowing.
Yeah.
And I love that because it's about the size of a palm.
Yeah.
Like it's a little guy.
Yeah. So it's like a bunched up fist of fire that is roaming around. It's like a will-o'-the-wisp that is catching.
Yeah. Goes around, starts fires, enjoys fires.
Yeah.
You know?
like this guy is hovering around along with those firebirds, just diving and cavorting in the flames.
Yeah. He's having a good time. And then Shadow Talk kind of positions them differently as like this thing to be respected and feared.
Mm-hmm.
It's so tiny and cute though.
Yes.
Like I don't really like, they're just like, some say that you can summon them, but you don't so much summon them as strike an Eldritch bargain with them. And I'm like, what does this tiny little lizard want? I'm gonna give him 2 grasshoppers and he's gonna give me a kiss, and that's our bargain.
Yes. I will clap as it cavorts. I think that's all that it needs.
Yeah. In exchange for this clapping, he will cavort.
Yeah.
In exchange for this nickel, he'll dance. Like that's all I want from the salamander.
Yeah. Yeah. But they're talking about like, one of these things being directed to burn down somebody's house. Like I could see that. Go ahead.
I can too, but fire elementals are absolutely a thing.
Right.
And it's like why you need one of these to burn down a house and not a fire elemental is never actually explained.
Maybe because nobody suspects the butterfly.
Yeah, because it's little.
Right.
It could be because the fire elementals are big, like walking fire things. So that could be it. But it's a weird thing if this gets that much respect just for being portable.
Yeah.
It's like this Walkman will be treasured in my family and passed down through 3 generations, while this shameful stereo will be given away to Goodwill. I love this little bit about the toxic spirits. That's something that's been a bit of a fireworks factory since we began this journey for me, because the illustrations on those are really great and they're kind of samey, but they are really gross and cool.
Nice.
Yeah, and so that's going to be in a few weeks.
Mm-hmm.
But what they're saying is like, we've never seen the other hermetic elements like air, earth, and water. We haven't seen freestanding things. We have names for them if they ever show up, but we don't have them. And then somebody pops in the Shadow Talk and is like, hey, if you want to find, the gnome, sylph, and undine, look for the toxic waste spirits. Like we've destroyed those things.
Yeah.
Which is a really cool idea. And then because it's kind of liberal, it gets deleted by don't tread on me, sysop.
Yeah.
Over here. So
yeah.
The Free Speech Brigade has decided to delete this guy's liberal opinion.
Yeah. Well, I'm looking at this. How many megabytes are deleted? Sorry, I scrolled
7.5.
Okay. In plain text, this guy went on for a very long time.
That's actually quite a post, quite a wall of text.
Yeah. But then, of course, the sysop, instead of just deleting that and memory holing it or whatever, they let in the retort. Hangfire comes in and says, "Bit hot under the collar, isn't he?"
Yeah, Hangfire makes a fun little joke.
Yeah,
about this guy's, quite honest, like again, kind of cool adventure hook.
Yeah,
thing. Like the idea of getting revenge on behalf of these things opens up a bunch of doors. Like, we have to be eco-terrorist, but if ecology is actually this sentient thing, and if they are like alien otherworld things you have to strike bargains with, that's very cool. Like the idea of whatever, I think it's called Earth First is the Shadowrun eco-terrorist group, and you get your eco-terrorist group and they think they're working on behalf of just kind of an abstract nature, but really it's these otherworldly, like eldritch, other dimensional things. Like that's very cool to me.
Yeah, that it's an actual force with agency as opposed to just
just
a
nothing.
fact. Right.
Yeah. Like I think that's a really cool adventure hook.
Yeah.
I was also really disappointed that this isn't about the salamander, my favorite cooking implement on cooking shows, where they bring out the salamander and the anti-griddle.
I don't know. What is it? It's like the reverse microwave or something.
I don't know. What's the reverse microwave?
They literally call it that. It is a thing that flash freezes stuff.
Oh, I've always heard it called the anti-griddle. And just a very cold surface.
Yeah.
And you like fold ice cream onto it and make shitty ice cream that the judges say is like lumpy or mealy.
Mix-ins.
Yeah. You throw in some mix-ins. Gotta have it.
Brought to you by our backers at patreon.com/duckfeed.tv.